What critics have to say about Mark Wahlberg's Mile 22. Read the reviews, both good and very, very bad, of Mark's newest movie. Mark Wahlberg has starred in some movies that wowed movie reviewers, like Boogie Nights, Three Kings, and The Fighter. He's also been in plenty of films that absolutely bombed with critics, like Max Payne, Broken City, and two of the Transformers movies. It appears Wahlberg's latest, Mile 22, falls into the latter category. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Teeds, the fourth collaboration between Wahlberg and director Peter Berg, following Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, and Patriots Day. Mile 22 tells the story of an elite tactical unit called Overwatch that operates above the law to keep America safe. Their latest mission is to transport an asylum seeker with critical information. ICOUWAI's The Raid, the 22 miles from the U.S. Embassy to a waiting military plane. Despite the best efforts of the Overwatch team, which includes Wahlberg, John Malkovich being John Malkovich, Lauren Cohan, The Walking Dead, and UFC star Ronda Rousey, things don't go to plan. Advertisement. That's not the only thing about Mile 22 that didn't go to plan, according to the majority of critics who wrote about the film. Mile 22 had a 25% freshness rating on critical aggregation site Rotten Tomatoes at the time of this article's publication, with many of the rotten reviews reading very rotten indeed. That said, a few reviewers did enjoy the film, so in order to help you decide whether to check out Mile 22 in theaters this weekend, we rounded up a wide range of reviews, both good and bad. The good writing for the Boston Globe. Tom Russo credited Berg and Wahlberg with creating an addictively slick action film in his 3-star review. Berg and Wahlberg deliver a relentlessly paced, addictively slick paramilitary thriller actively catering to fans of gonzo brutality and turbocharged machismo. Owen Gleiberman of Variety said that Mile 22 succeeds because it aims a lot lower than Berg and Wahlberg's Patriots Day and its real-life seriousness. It's a spiky propulsive thriller, at once exciting and numbing, packed with weaponry, rocket launchers and chunky black machine guns, as well as hand-to-hand combat that's marked by a quick-time viciousness. Berg, when he wants to be, is a surgical craftsman of chaos. Todd McCarthy of The Hollywood Reporter said that from an action connoisseur's perspective, he admired Berg's ability to trim every last bit of fat out of the movie, leaving only, breathlessly, even beautifully expressed violence. Berg has been practicing and refining this motive paired to the bone filmmaking for a while now, and he's got little left to prove. After 4 films in 5 years with Wahlberg designed to put audiences through the ringer, Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, Patriots Day and now this, it's clear the director knows how to cut to the chase and the bone. Unless you're simply immune to the effects of high-adrenaline action cinema, it's hard not to admire the supercharged effectiveness of Berg's individual scenes. The so-so Chris Nashawati of Entertainment Weekly gave Mile 22 a C and characterized Berg and Wahlberg's film as high on action but low on storyline. Mile 22, their latest collaboration following Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, and Patriots Day, is crammed with tech war jargon and Black Ops buzzwords. But I'm still not sure what it's trying to say. It's both a bit confusing and a bit confused. Fortunately, it's also loaded with some of the crunchiest action scenes since the John Wick movies thanks to Indonesian martial arts maestro ICOUWAI's advertisement. Glenn Kenny of RogerEbert.com wrote that the film has a peculiar political undercurrent, while also giving kudos to the action scenes featuring UWAI's. There's a more than satisfactory amount of boom-boom in the movie's trim running time, at 95 minutes. This is the shortest picture in the Berg-Wahlberg oeuvre. The ugly Ben Kenigsberg of the New York Times found the film incoherent, and said he feared for the exhaustion of the film's editors more than anyone performing on-screen stunts, a testosterone cocktail of reactionary sound bites and incoherent action that even Michael Bay might have rejected as too amped. Peter Berg's Mile 22 makes for an appalling referendum on the state of commercial cinema in 2018. David Ehrlich of IndieWire gave the film a D, calling it one of the worst movies of the summer and lambasting Wahlberg's character, James Silva. At no point in this godforsaken movie does Silva do anything to suggest that he's good at his job, or to otherwise justify the constant stream of verbal abuse that Lee Carpenter's script gives him instead of a personality or a compelling motivation. This is the flimsiest protagonist that Wahlberg has ever played, and we're talking about a guy who starred in 2 Transformers movies. Colin Covert of the Star Tribune refused to even categorize Mile 22 as a film, giving it 0 stars out of 4. If you think I am going to call Mile 22 a bad film, you are wrong. It's not a film at all. It is a cringe factory working on overdrive to churn out sadistic shocks and a generally malevolent tone. Robert Abel of The Wrap panned Wahlberg's testy, motor-mouth performance, wondering whether the actor's recent choice in roles may eventually cause his star to fall. Wahlberg's monologues are so noise-polluting and self-consciously performed they'll make you miss the days when action heroes were tight-mouthed mercenaries whose snarls, fists and daring do did the talking for them. But they also provoke wonder that an actor who had once carved out a curiously sensitive masculinity on screen has somehow entered an action spectacle route that's chipping away at his star appeal. By Taboola Sponsored links Promoted links You may like Vikings, free online gameplay this for 1 minute and see why everyone is addicted. Vikings, free online game on Babbel. This app will have you speaking a new language in 3 weeks. Babbel Best Wonder Trip 7 Most Breathtaking Rooftop Hotel Pools Best Wonder Trip Undo Business Plus 21 countries with the most powerful passports Business Plus Undo at Frizip The 20 most generous billionaires in the world Frizip Undo 10 like Interior Design Trends for 201,810 like Undo